Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
And annyeonghaseyo. So, before I start, I would like to encourage everyone to give yourselves a round of applause for being here this morning. It's our second day. And I would like to greet our hosts, other delegates, and huge shout out to the Philippine delegations right there, Women Business Council, and my co-MSMEs. Hep hep! Hooray! Okay, that's the energy. Okay, so everyone, my name is Abby, and I'm from the Philippines. So before I formally introduce my business, I just want to ask, who here are familiar with Filipino food? Raise your hands. Okay. All right. So the reason I ask is because my business is about Filipino food. So our story actually started more than 30 years ago in our small eatery and served home-cooked Filipino food. So that's our actual eatery in a small community in the Bicol region in the Philippines. So for over 30 years, our routine starts from going to the market at 5 a.m. and then we cook food. We serve our customers, we wash the dishes, we clean and then repeat, and my parents have been doing it for over 30 years. But despite that they were hardworking, we never got rich. So I realized that we were hardworking, but there's little opportunity in that small area. So in 2022, I saw an opportunity to bring our family's recipes beyond our traditional business. So I started to use social media, so that was me taking photo of our product, and I posted my mom's cooking on social media. It was through Facebook Marketplace, and that was the beginning of Josefina's, which is named after my mother, and that was my business. So, what started as a small family business eventually became a growing food manufacturing company. So that's my mother right there. She's already 76 years old, and she's the one cooking our products until now. And the Ideas Project became an important part of that transformation. So before Ideas, we already had a good product. Of course, I believe in our product because it's my mother's home-cooked food. So we grew up eating her specialties, but we had a lot of limitations. So first, we had limited income. Second is we had limited scale. And third is we had limited branding. We had authentic Filipino recipes, but we had not yet developed a strong brand identity that communicated our story and heritage. So through Ideas Project, I learned the importance of data-driven decision-making. And second, I learned the importance of branding and digital marketing. And I learned that we should not just sell a product, we should also tell the story behind our products. So that's why in my contents, I usually do storytelling about how we do our products behind the scenes. And if my mom is in good mood, she's usually the subject of my contents. So I do interviews with her, how she makes the product, and then brag about the value proposition of our product. And it's also through Ideas Project that I learned about systems and SOPs through the use of AI. So just like Professor, I also got a best friend, my confidant and the love of my life. I think everyone can relate. It's ChatGPT, right? So we talk to ChatGPT every day. In most cases, I interact with ChatGPT more than I talk with my husband. So that's how close we are right now. And finally, I learned to see e-commerce not just a simple selling platform, but as a tool for scaling the business. Now, applying everything that I've learned in the Ideas Project, our monthly sales grew from approximately around 8,000 US dollars Right now, we're getting more than 40,000 US dollar. I'm telling this because I'm not in the Philippines. So I think it's okay to disclose. So through content creation and active live selling sessions, we were able to grow our following on TikTok to more than 150 followers. Right now, we are available on all e-commerce platforms like TikTok, Shopee, Lazada, and we also have our website. I do active live selling from 9 in the evening until 2 a.m., sometimes until 5 or 6. So that's how we were able to grow our small community online. So we also grew, so that's me doing live selling. The pretty ladies on my left and right are celebrities in the Philippines. And we also grew from a small business, from our small eatery. Right now, we are operating as a fully FDA compliant food manufacturing facility, employing 18 individuals within the community. And the business transformation also opened doors to recognitions and new opportunities. So for me, these numbers and recognitions are important because they show that the lessons from the Ideas project were not just learned, but they were also applied. So my biggest takeaway from the Ideas is that a good project or a good product needs a good business strategy. So looking ahead, our goal is to expand our manufacturing capacity and enter more B2B opportunities because for the longest time, we have been operating in a B2C or business to consumer model. While preparing Josefinas for international markets, so that's why we're here right now. So let's explore and see how the market would be able to accept Filipino food. Just like kimchi, right? Kimchi is widely accepted in the international market. So Ideas did not change who we are. It helped us see what we could become. So from our family's traditional eatery to a digitally enabled Filipino food brand, our journey is proof that even a small business can dream bigger, grow, and reach the world. So I encourage everyone to visit our booth right beside this hall and check what the Philippines and other ASEAN MSMEs has to offer. So that ends my presentations. Thank you everyone. Maraming salamat.